If you make mixed media art, but your stash of papers and ephemera is feeling kind of blah, I highly recommend finding more vintage items for your work. They're one of the best ways to make your art super unique. One of the questions I get asked the most is, where do I find the goodies in my stash? So in this video, I'm going to run down the 10 best places to find vintage ephemera. And I have an unexpected bonus at the end. It might be the best of all of the places on this list, and you won't want to miss it. Hello, love. My name is Jennifer Laurel Keller. I am an acrylic and mixed media artist and instructor, but what I really do is help people connect to their soul through nature and art. And this is the Wilded Art Show. We all know the feeling of wanting to start a project but not having the right materials. You may already have experimented with mixed media or collage, but your stash of bits and bobs may not be inspiring you right now. So in my last video, I went over 26 excellent vintage materials to use, plus a powerful bonus list. So if you missed that, wait until the end of this video and you will be prompted to watch that in the end cards. But for now, let's talk about where to go to find awesome vintage materials for your artwork so that you can save time and get creating. During this episode, I'm working with vintage ephemera and acrylic paint over an unfinished canvas panel. There are lots of layers in this piece and it's up in my online shop right now. If you're interested, I'll link it below. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The mystery and history that you add to your artwork by adding vintage is so magical because it starts a conversation. So if you're excited about this episode, hit the like button and let's get into the list of the 10 best places to find vintage mixed media supplies. Number 1, antique malls. At antique malls, you'll usually find a large building filled with wonderful antiques with a large range of pieces from several vendors. They're usually a regular business that you can find on Google Maps. Each seller will specialize in a different style or decade of items. So if you go and meander around, you'll soon find a stall that speaks to you. Depending on if you want 3D or 2D pieces and on how organized the seller is, you'll go look at the paper goods or the fabrics, whatever it is that you're looking for. Keep an eye out for boxes of papers such as postcards or black and white photos. But the more keen your eye is and the more you can hone in on the treasure, you'll be able to find a lot of super stuff. Antique malls might allow for discounts or have sales from time to time, but usually the person working the front counter will have to call the seller up and ask if they are willing to negotiate, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Number 2 is flea markets. Flea markets are so fun. Bring a cart with wheels because you're probably going to find a bunch of other stuff that you'll want for your home as well. Some markets are kind of grungy, some are posh, some are more polished, but regardless, there's a ton to see with lots of vendors. Bring sunscreen, water, good walking shoes, a buddy, and a good mind to haggle, and I'm certain that you'll find a lot of interesting surprises for your art. Number 3 is picking barns or warehouses. These are places that are a gold mine. I frequent a picking barn out in the country near my city. The owner will go out to estate sales and storage units and take all sorts of things off of other people's hands who have big hoarded collections or messes. And I enjoy picking through these big piles of unorganized stuff, so it's a good fit for me. But if you don't like the mess, it might overwhelm you. At places like this, you'll have to dig a little bit more, but you should be able to negotiate a bit as well. Usually, the more you buy, the more you save, and the folks at the spot that I go to let me make a pile by my car, and they'll price me out at the end. So if you're looking for things for your home as well as your art, you can probably get some really good bundle prices. Number 4, garage sales. Check out the classifieds online like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, and you'll find prime garage sales in your area on the weekends. This is a lot of fun, and you can get some amazing deals. People don't usually give value to their paper ephemera as much as furniture or power tools, so you can score some great deals if you're down to roll up your sleeves and get in there. Number 5 is estate sales. Estate sales are like garage sales, but they're usually hosted by a company that specializes in selling off parts of an estate. They sound like a good place where you'll find good deals, but it's not always the case. I don't try these as much anymore because they're usually packed with shoppers. There's often lines out the door, and the companies know what the things are worth and will charge a markup for their services. So the great deals are sometimes not there. But if you pass one on the street and you want to pop in, it could be a diamond in the rough. Okay, we're halfway through the list, and now I have a question for you. I'm curious, what's the best score you've ever found for mixed media, and where did you get it? This could really help other viewers, so let us know down in the comments. All right, number 6 is thrift stores. Thrift stores and charity shops are a wonderful place to go. I hit up the craft aisle for the paper goods, and this is a great place to go for things like yarn and hot glue guns, tools, materials. You never know, but don't pass up the toy aisle and the book section for really good papers and interesting game pieces. Also, the clothing can sometimes have great embroidery, lace, beading that you can cut up and use. The prices are usually amazing at thrift stores, and you can load up on some really good stuff. All right, number 7, junkyards. A good junkyard can also be a wonderland of industrial ephemera like little gears, signs, metal plates, and who knows what else. This is especially fabulous for found object artists and sculptors, but you can also use smaller items on canvases and panels. So bring gloves, closed-toed shoes, and go exploring. Usually you'll get priced out based on the weight of your haul, so the heavier the items, the more you'll pay. Okay, number 8. Shop your own home. So hey, now that we're talking about things to look for, the wheels in your head might be turning, and you might think of a few things that you can dig up in your own home that you've never considered to be art materials. So head into your garage or your office and scrounge around for things that you're not using anymore. So ask yourself, could you repurpose them? And I bet you'll find some really interesting stuff. Okay, we have a couple more to go, plus our quirky bonus, but I want to let you know that in the next few episodes that I release after this one, I'm going to start a series of videos on finding inspiration for your art. So if you feel like you aren't inspired or you don't know what to make, this is going to be for you. So if you want to catch those episodes, be sure and double check that you're subscribed to my channel and hit the notification bell. All right, number 9, your friends and family. Offer to help a friend pack up or move if someone's moving, and help them clean out their garage. And I bet you'll run into some interesting objects. Chances are their trash could be your treasure. And also, whenever I get a gift of cool tissue paper or gift wrap, I'll save that too. Number 10, other artists. Have you ever done an artist swap? Get together with some like-minded crafters, and I bet you'll be able to get rid of things that you're no longer using and walk away with some fancy new finds. If this type of thing doesn't happen in your area, be the first to start a new trend. Hopefully you're getting some good ideas. The bonus is coming up. And if you're watching this video, I have a feeling you're really going to like the last video that I released, which is 26 of my favorite vintage mixed media materials. Stick around for the end screen for the link. If you need help with how to make mixed media projects, you can learn a lot in my Skillshare classes. I have all of the information for those on my website, which I always have linked below. I've made about 30 online classes for Skillshare. And in my review of the day, I want to share this from Jean Brandit, who just took my Take Flight with Mixed Media Abstract class. And Jean says the class exceeded her expectations and that I'm an engaging teacher with organized lessons, clarity of instruction, helpful examples, actionable steps, and good audio and video quality. She also went on to say that it was an excellent course that was designed very professionally. Jennifer is an excellent teacher and a very talented artist. I highly recommend. So thanks, Jean, but not just for me, but it helps other students to give honest reviews so that they can find helpful classes, because it's really all about you and providing value for you. So thank you, Jean. Okay, now for the bonus. Number 11, which is things will magically appear out of the sky. This is true. True story. The more you make mixed media or collage or found object art, the more people will associate you with vintage treasures, and the sooner they will start to come out of the woodwork. Since starting Mixed Media Collage, I have been gifted boxes of old art supplies, vintage magazines, hardware, scrapbooking supplies, and a lot more just out of the blue. People have even found me online by looking up artists in the area and contacted me with magical treasure junk. Just be discerning about what to keep and what to recycle, because too much of a good thing can get in your way when it comes time to create. So if you want more value and to binge watch some more of my mixed media videos, I'm going to leave a playlist and a suggested video for you here. Thank you for watching, and much love.